Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. I'm an author. I write fantasy and romance. I have 12 books out currently, and it is about time that we make some progress in book 13. That's crazy. That's the first time I've said that. Book number 12 just came out. So tell me it's wrong. All my links are down below. I'm in the middle of a couple of rough drafts, but I haven't really picked this is going to be the next one. But anyway, today we're starting a new vlog slash writing challenge to try and kick myself into high gear and get back into my good habits because we've been out of them for a bit. Credit for this idea absolutely goes to my friend. I'll link her channel down below. One of her pen names is Elle May. If you like sapphic, dark, spicy romance, you should definitely check her out. I saw her do this and I was like, man, I need something that's gonna kick my ass. And I tried 75 hard back in 2022. So that's basically what we're doing, 75 hard for authors. And this is obviously not my idea. I've seen a couple of other authors do this, but I'm not gonna be following their rules. I came up with a set of my own, but that's essentially what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be trying basically just a challenge to get back into my good habits and to push myself for a certain period of time. The name 75 hard comes from doing something for 75 days. I don't know if this is actually going to be 75 days. We're just going to kind of play it by ear, and I'm going to vlog and document my progress. So this first clip, I'm just going to share what the rules are going to be, and then I will take you along vlog style as we get started on the challenge. So this being an author challenge, obviously one component of that is writing consistently, but I also wanted to make sure I was doing all of my other things as well. So my rules for myself are: 1, write 2,000 words a day. This is doable for me, not a crazy amount, but it's way more than I've been doing lately, so it'll feel a little bit challenging to me, but I've done it before, so this isn't outlandish. At first I thought I was going to do this for 6 days a week and then I'd give myself Sundays off, but I think I want to try and write every single day, and I'll just give myself a little bit of leeway one day per week. So if I come in a little bit short word count wise, it'll be okay if I only write 1,500 or something. One day a week I get a free pass, but I still want to try and write every single day. Also because it's easy to get swept up in writing and just sitting and being really sedentary. As an author, prioritizing movement has always been a big thing for me, so at least 45 minutes of movement every single day. This should be easy for me because I'm training for a marathon, so I'm already working out every day, but the hard part is now going to be balancing that with everything else that I'm doing. So I want to keep that habit that I already have. I'm in the middle of a training plan, so I already have my workouts all scheduled. The next one is I want to read. I decided to put it at 10 minutes per day instead of a page count, and to me this feels kind of like if you tell yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym and just for 10 minutes, and if I still want to leave after that then I can, but once you're done with the 10 minutes you usually just want to finish your workout. So I'm thinking I'll end up reading more than that, but I have really fallen out of my reading habit in the past couple of years, and it's something that I think is so important as an author to be reading consistently, not just for market purposes and to know what's going on, but also just for refilling your creative well and exposing yourself to other people's writing styles and everything. I just think it's so important, and it's something I'm so bad about. It always comes in last place with my priorities, is keeping up with my reading. And now that I'm no longer doing freelance editing, back then I used to be able to use the excuse, well, at least I'm reading my client projects. I just finished my last ever editing client that I will ever have, so I don't have that as a backup anymore. So 10 minutes of reading at least every day. Market my books every day. Specifically post at least 8 times every day, which might sound like a lot. I actually have, I think, 13 different socials accounts that I could potentially do. So me saying 8 is, I think, me being nice to myself, and that might look like posting on almost all of them every single day, or maybe posting more than once on one account. As long as it comes out to 8 posts per day, no matter how they're scattered, it doesn't matter. 8 posts every single day, no exceptions. I've been doing this since November, honestly. So again, this is something I'm already doing. I have fallen off a little bit within the past month or two, got a little bit burned out since doing it consistently since November. So now I just want to get back into it, get back into consistently posting more. I always post at least once or twice a day, but I want to get better about posting everywhere. Potentially on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, my main TikTok account, my TikTok shop account, and then I have my second YouTube channel, doesn't really count, my Threads account doesn't really count, and then I have 6 burner TikTok accounts. So lots of potential. I can post on whichever ones I want, 8 a day. The good news is this isn't as difficult as it might sound because it's not 8 unique posts. If I post something on my main TikTok account, those are usually videos with my face in them, and then I will cross post that same video to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. So that's 4 in 1 if I make a video for that one, and then I have to create new stuff for 4 other ones, but it's not as hard as it sounds. And then lastly, just document my progress every day, hence the vlog. I've also been feeling pretty uninspired with making videos lately just because I haven't had much to say, haven't had much to talk about, and this will be a fun little challenge that we can do together. So yeah, those are the rules. I'll probably not do one whole vlog for the whole like 75-day period. That would be crazy and extremely long. So we'll play it by ear. I'll split them up as I see fit. And the original 75 hard rules are, if you don't meet one of these requirements in a day, you have to start back over at day 1. So I'm not gonna make like super strict rules with myself, especially because 75 days from now, I think that'll overlap with like, I have event days coming up, I have my half marathon coming up. Like, it's unreasonable to think I'm gonna be able to do this for certain things coming up. Anyway, we're just gonna start it, we're gonna play it by ear, and we'll just see how it goes. 75 hard for me, for authors. And at the end of the day, it's like, even if I don't hit this goal, I'm still gonna have so much to show for this. Like, I still will make so much progress in my book. I will have marketed my book so much. I hope we'll have read so much. So even if I don't hit my goal, like, I'm fine just meeting halfway. Like, that's progress. That's more than I'm doing currently. So as far as which projects I'm going to be working on, I'm also not going to confine myself to only working on one thing. I'm in the middle of 2 rough drafts, so potentially those. I have 2 other books that are like in the back of my mind. I really want to start them, but I also feel like the 2 that I'm in the middle of need to take priority, and I need to finish those first because they're series that I'm already in the middle of. I'm not gonna be strict with myself on this one. I'm just gonna let myself write what I'm feeling that day, and we'll just see which it ends up being. I have been working on one lately. I pulled it back up. I'm working on Cam's book, which is a spin-off of Marionettes series. It's technically gonna be Marionettes book 5, so I feel like that one will probably get the most progress. I'm also working on Sweet Spire book 3. The first book is Tell Me It's Right. These are interconnected standalones, so I might be working on book 3 for that. I have like 2 chapters of that written so far. And then the other 2 are 2 completely new fantasy romance series ideas. Not in the same, 2 different series. So like, please God, don't let me start both of those right now, but can't help it. Can't help myself. Anyway, I think this intro is really long. Welcome to the vlog. See how it goes. Hello, it is day 1. Don't mind my appearance, I'm about to go for my run, but I'm gonna show you the little system I've set up and update my board. So for the socials post, this is not great. I'm using my whiteboard. You can see at the top, I just have what day it is, and then I have each of the accounts on the side that I can mark off if I posted on them or not. It's not perfect, but it'll work. And I actually think we're already done with this for the day, because I did Insta, Facebook, YouTube, main, not my shop. These 2, and I think I did all of these burners as well. So, overachieving. Didn't post on the shop, but I did get a shop order today, and that's all packed up. I just need to take it down. Also did a little bit of writing. Obviously have a lot to go. We've done about 500 words so far. Another thing I think I'm gonna add, there's Mr. Dean, to my daily goals list is to do a meditation every day. I love meditation, but I'm not always super consistent with it, especially on a daily basis. Even just like 20 minutes, it's added to the list of things to do. Now we're gonna go run. So I have an easy run today, actually. I'm training for a half marathon, and I'm using the app Runna for my plan. I'm on week 8. And yesterday I was actually supposed to do 3 miles, and then today 5 miles. But yesterday I got to the end of the 3 and I was like, I feel really good. I wanna take advantage of this. So I did my 5 yesterday. So we're only doing 3 today. And that'll be my movement for the day. Because it's easy and it's short, I'll probably add in some like strength as well. I might do some like core work or something. I have the craziest story to tell you. Oh my gosh. Several, actually. Do I do it now or do I do it later? I can't see it because I have this sweatshirt on. I have these gigantic bruises on my arms, like black, thick lines across my arms, because for my long run last week, it was on a Saturday and I went down by the waterfront thinking it was going to be a crowd because of the Saturday market, but as I was getting closer, I was like, damn, there's a lot of people down here. And then I started seeing a lot of runners, and I was like, shit, is there a run club? Like, this is gonna be so busy and I don't want to deal with this. But then I started seeing people with bibs on, and I was like, is there a race down here? Am I even gonna be able to run over here? So there was. It wasn't like a running race, it was a walking 5K. It was called the Doggy Dash. So it was me and 500 dogs coming towards me. So it was a very great distraction on my long run. It was fun. It was very unusual, but it was funny. But then, so I get home and I am struggling through that last mile. I did not fuel well. Like for my last mile, I'm like swerving through the city to get back to my apartment. And every time I hit a stoplight, I was like, thank God, like I need this break. I was dying. I get up into my apartment. Within 60 seconds of me walking into the door, I took off my headphones. I hadn't put down my keys, hadn't taken off my shoes, and the fire alarm. And immediately I checked my phone because we have these like tests every once in a while to just test the system. So I'm looking at my email to see if I missed that there was going to be a test today. It was not a test because then I started to smell smoke, and I was like, oh my God. I am sweaty, out of breath, exhausted. Like I barely made it through that last mile. I am dead, and now there is a fire in my apartment and I can smell it. And of course my first thought is like the cats. And If you know my cats, they don't make it easy on me whenever I go on trips and I have to put them in the carrier. It can take me 20-30 minutes to get them because they do not make it easy on me. So of course I'm in like full panic mode now. I grab the carrier. I managed to get Max pretty easily out of the closet, and Dean starts running and he goes and he hides under the bed, and I try to pull him out and he slips through my fingers, and I'm like in tears at this point, chasing him around the apartment like I can't leave him behind. Finally catch him, finally manage to get him. It doesn't even occur to me to grab anything else. Thankfully I already had my phone and my keys in my pocket still from my run because I hadn't taken him out yet. But then in the event of a fire, obviously you can't use the elevator, and I am like 20 some floors up, so I have 30 pounds of cats on my shoulder in their bag, and I have to go down 20 some flights of stairs with them. And then everything ended up being fine. There ended up being a fire in our basement in the dumpsters down there, so the smoke was coming up through the trash chutes, so there was smoke on every floor because of that. But then even once they got it taken care of, so the whole fire department came and everything, it was a whole ordeal, and I'm standing out there on the sidewalk just like drenched in sweat. I'm like shaking. I haven't had any water, haven't had any food, haven't stretched after my run. But once we got back into the building, because there was still like sensing smoke, I guess the elevator still wouldn't work, so I had to carry the cats back up 20 some flights of stairs. So I have these bruises from where the cat carrier were, and let me tell you, I just got a really great workout that day. After my long run, having to do all those flights of stairs with the extra weight, it was a lot. Honestly though, I am so grateful though, because the timing of that, me getting home 60 seconds before the alarm went off, because if I had gotten home any later and hadn't been able to enter the building and not had my cats with me, like I would have been out of my mind. Even though they would have been fine, like them inhaling all that smoke wouldn't have been good for them either. So like I'm just really grateful that I got home literally right in the nick of time. So that was my weekend update. Also went to a concert all by myself. I went saw the Friday Pilots Club, and it was so much fun. I don't think I took any videos or any pictures. I might have taken one the whole night because I just like wasn't thinking about it. Took myself out to dinner first, then I went there, and I've been to probably at least like 50 concerts in my life. That one is in my top 5. Like seeing them live, it was so much fun. I had such a good time. I haven't really vlogged at all in weeks, so those are I think the main updates that I have for you. We're gonna go run. Also though, little shout out to the app Runna. With this plan, I feel like it has helped me improve so much. I started running back in September. I was never a runner before that, and my pace has improved so much. Like obviously my endurance and everything has improved and I can run much further distances, but my pace has improved so much. And I just like feel so much stronger. I've been doing a lot of strength training and stuff in addition to the running, but every time I go on a run, I like surprise myself at the paces that used to be hard for me are now my easy pace, and I just like do them easily. It's been fun. I never thought I would like running, but it's been fun. I'm really enjoying it. They're starting to look a little bit better now, but like look at this bruise. Before we jump into the rest of today's vlog, thank you so much to Dossier for sponsoring today. Dossier is a fragrance company that I've worked with for several years, and I've been incorporating into my writing routine since 2021, possibly 2022. I can't quite remember. Dossier makes perfumes that are inspired by luxury scents at a much more affordable price point. If you go onto their website, you can see which perfume each of their scents was inspired by, and then they also have their new Dossier Originals line. Personally, how it works for me with my books, I choose one of their perfumes per project that I work on, and it becomes exclusive to that book. I only wear the perfume when I'm working on that book, so I create a scent association with it, and it's a fun little ritual. And I also feel like it helps me with my productivity. I've trained my brain when I'm smelling this particular scent. We are in this project. The Cam's book scent is Woody Basil, so little spoiler for the vlog. I'm working on Cam's book the entire time. You can tell by the color of the label whether it's one of their feminine, unisex, or masculine scents, and this is actually one of their masculine ones. Half of my favorites from them are the masculine ones. Don't be afraid to check them out. If you want to give them a try, I'll have their link down below in the description. I highly recommend. They're clean, cruelty-free, and vegan. I've loved every scent of theirs that I've tried, and highly recommend trying out the scent association thing. Don't knock it till you try it. And without further ado, let's get into the rest of the video. Having a little leftover salad, electrolytes. I also chugged a bit of a protein shake, but that's gone. I'm gonna get my reading in for the day. I am currently reading The Passage by Justin Cronin. I actually read this about 10 years ago. I remember loving it, but it's been so long, I just felt like reading it again. So we're on page 3. We are literally just starting it. It's now 4 p.m. We're a little bit more past 1,000. Mr. Dean is hanging out. I gotta get something else to eat. Also, I got these new gels the other day, the birthday cake flavor. Obsessed. I think think they're my new favorites. We did it. 2,000 words. That brings the total, I'm working on Cam's book right now, to just over 12,000, which means the only thing left on the checklist for today is my meditation, which I will probably do right before bed. So now for a well-deserved break. It has been a while since I have written consistently. 2,000 words today felt like a lot. I'm hoping I'll get back into the swing of things from here on out. Good morning. It's day 2. Hello. Just got some breakfast. Got a matcha and a waffle. I had plans. I am distraught over this. I thought originally I wanted to get out of the house this morning and go sit and work somewhere else. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to my favorite breakfast place over here that I've been going to since before I moved here. Literally, when I flew out here to look at apartments before I moved here, I ate at this restaurant. Like, this was one of the first places I ate here, and every time someone comes to visit me, I take them there. Like, I've taken probably 3 or 4 people to, like, it's closed permanently. I'm so upset. They had the best crepes, they had the best coffee, they had the best seating to like sit there and work. I don't know when it happened, but I looked them up last night to see what time they opened today, and they are gone. So now I'm having a pity party and I just ordered food. We're gonna work in bed. I'm like in mourning. I'm so upset. But other than that, we do have other plans for today. We're going to the movies because the new Final Destination movie is out and I am so excited. So we are going the first day it's out, the first showing. I have tickets for 3 p.m. today, which means I want to get everything else done before then because I don't think I'm gonna want to work when I get back. So we're starting with writing first thing this morning. I'm really pumped to see the movie. I love Final Destination. It's probably my favorite horror franchise. Not necessarily my favorite horror movie, but franchise wise, it's up there for sure. And because the first one came out in 2000, and I was like 3 or 4, I was obviously too young to like them as they were coming out. So this will be my first time actually seeing one in a theater, which I'm really excited about. And I've also heard really good things about this. This is like a prequel. The last one, Final Destination 5, came out in 2011. So it's been 14 years. I'm very excited. I have no idea what it's about. I haven't watched the trailer. The only thing I've seen is the teaser with one of the kills. With the name Bloodlines, I'm wondering if it's like descendants of previous characters. I have no idea. I'm going in blind. I'm here for a good time. I've heard it's gnarly. I've heard it's really gory, and I'm looking forward to it. So we're gonna sit here and get our writing done first thing, or at least some of it. I've written about like 300 words or something so far while I was waiting for my food to get here. I do not have a run scheduled for today, so I'll either do some kind of strength or it'll be like an active recovery and we'll just do like walking and yoga and we'll just take it from there. Starting with the writing, get that out of the way first. It's now about 1:30. I gotta stop filming in bed. It's hard to set up over here. I'm gonna be leaving here in about an hour. I've written a little over 1,000 words. So at least I love getting halfway because then it turns from like this uphill climb to now it feels like everything I write, you know, it's more satisfying. We're getting closer. I think we've written about 1,100 words. I think I was saying this in a previous clip. I ended up needing to skip something. I literally just put in brackets like transition, figure out all the logistics here, and then I'm just jumping to the next scene. It's a problem for future me. I just want to keep the momentum going. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll get home probably no later than 6. I can work on this again tonight, but I would rather just have it out of the way before I go. I think I've gotten everything else done. Did my socials posts, did my workout. What else is on my list? I'll do my meditation tonight again. This book is challenging in its own ways. Trying to figure out, if you've read my Marionettes books, you know I love my twists and I live to complicate things. So this one has its own like set of complicated, needing to tie a million threads together to make this work. But then I'm also trying to remember everything I've previously established about these characters, about this world from the previous 4 books. Some of which, like book 1, I wrote over 5 years ago. So I have looked back at the other books and like made notes to try and remind myself of everything, but there's just like a lot to keep in my brain while I'm writing this book. At first I thought this might be the start of a new series, but I think as I've told you guys this, to me right now, 13,000 words in, it feels like it's gonna be a standalone. We'll see how I feel once I get to the end of it. And something that has been challenging, I've spoken about it before, like forever ago when I first started writing this, being in this world, but not being in Valerie's point of view is hard because I wrote the first 4 books in her POV, and so now suddenly switching to a different character, I'm struggling with the voice a little bit. I feel like in this first draft, Anya's voice is just gonna be kind of bland and just like bare bones, and I'll have to go back and fix that. I'm still figuring out her character in terms of how she sounds and how she thinks. Like, it's hard not to just like slip back into Valerie's head. Like, that is second nature at this point, but we're getting there. Probably update you after I get back from the movie. So it's gonna make it look like this sweatshirt is the only thing I own, but it's big and comfy and I get cold in movie theaters, okay? We got these little leather looking leggings to spruce it up. I'm back. I got rained on the way home. The theater was just like a 10-minute walk, so I just walked there and back. Every clip for this vlog is gonna be in this spot. Hold on, give you a little variation. I loved it. It was so good, so good. Cannot recommend enough. I already want to watch it again. Recency bias, so ask me again in a bit. This might be my favorite Final Destination movie, and that is saying something. Worth the 14-year wait. It was not just like a cheap cash grab. Like, they did it justice. I am impressed. The kills were all really good and like really unique and thought out. Like, some of the sequels, even my favorite ones, have like really lazy kills. Not this one. There was a couple of like really solid nods to previous ones, but like not too in your face. Like, it was subtle, but it was good. The premonition was maybe one of my favorites. Oh, it was just so good. And I loved the actors. And also in Final Destination movies, a lot of times the characterization is not like on point. They don't really develop the characters that much. Like, you legitimately cared about the characters and liked them in this movie, which is a rarity, and it made it more enjoyable. Kind of. It made it harder to watch because like, I don't really want that one to die. I like that one. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. I would be very surprised if someone who likes the Final Destination movies didn't like this. And even if you're like only like lukewarm about them, you should still go see it. It was really good. It was a really solid one. But I'm also pretty easy to please when it comes to horror sequels. If I already like the premise, like the most recent Alien, loved it. The most recent Saw, loved it. This one, loved. Like, I'm easy to please. This one, of those three though, this one is my favorite. Damn good movie. Really, really liked it. I want another one. I did my reading right before I left. Still reading The Passage. That book is like over 1,000 pages, so I will be reading this book for a long time if I'm only reading in 10-page increments or 10-minute increments. We still have, I think, like 700 or 800 words to write tonight. It's like, it was a pretty quick movie. It's like 5:30. We got time. We got time. I'm in a great mood. Excellent, excellent. And I always love, like, I get there early specifically because I want to see all of the previews, and it looks like they actually have a lot of decent movies coming out, like ones I am legitimately interested in seeing. If you can't tell, I'm on this kick of trying to get back into doing the things that I used to love when I was younger, and I just like stopped doing as much along the way. I think in part the pandemic played a part in that and like just made me more of a homebody than I was before that. But then also, like, as you grow up, and I live alone, and I went from like always going and doing things with my families and my friends, and then I lived with people in college and we went to do things together. Now when I'm alone, I just tend to not do things unless I have people to do things with, and I just like hit a point where I was like, why am I doing that? So I'm making a point to go to concerts again. That was like my favorite thing to do in high school. I would go to one like every month, like tiny dive bar $20 ticket concerts. Love them. And I used to go to the movies all the time. I love, like, not just watching movies, I love watching movies, but I love the experience of like going to the theater. Trying to get back into that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna FaceTime my mom because I haven't called her, and so I can see the boys. The boys, if you're new here, are the 3 dogs and 1 cat that my family has. Gizmo, Louie, Nugget, and Mojo. And my mom knows when I'm FaceTiming her, it's because I want to see them. And then we will hopefully knock out the rest of the writing for tonight. Okay, 2,000 words done for the day. We're now a little past 14K. We haven't quite broken into like the action and everything that's about to go down, but tomorrow we will, and then we're gonna get into the fun part. Like, there's always like one part of a book that I'm looking forward to most when I want to write something, like a whole, I don't know how to put this, like I have like an image in my head of like one defining image of the book, and that's gonna take up like the meat of the story. You know, we're about to get into the part that I'm really excited about, so tomorrow should be a fun writing day, and hopefully it'll go a little bit faster than today went. I am pantsing this pretty hard, not gonna lie. I know how it's gonna resolve, and I know a couple of things that are gonna happen along the way, but a lot in the middle. I kind of have like vibes, so like I want something like this to happen, and I want something like this to happen, but I don't know the specifics, so we're just kind of gonna wing it. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of my messier rough drafts, but I also feel admittedly a little bit rusty coming into a fantasy book when my last several books that I've written have been my contemporaries. So all in all, this revision process, I'm just trying not even to like think about what I'm about to have to go through. We're just gonna have fun with this rough draft, and I actually think I'm gonna end the vlog here, even though it's only been 2 days. because with the beginning of me like talking about the rules and everything, I think it's already a very long vlog. It's also been like 3 weeks since I posted a video over here. I did not realize that. Yikes. So I'm gonna get this all wrapped up and post this. If you are a member of my Patreon page, I have had a video go up in the meantime over there. It looks like this. I think it was a fun video. It's different. I haven't ever done anything like that before, but I will see you in the next vlog with tomorrow's update very, very soon. All my links are down below. Bye.